AskHOW India is an organization born out of the frustration that all of us feel when we listen to or participate in political debates. All of us, citizens and politicians alike, seem to be concentrating too much on what? For example, can India and all Indians get 24 hours of affordable electricity? Or can women in India be safe? Whenever we ask this question to political parties, obviously they will say yes. Which political party will say no, women cannot be safe? But if we ask the question, how can women be safe, or how can every Indian get 24 hours of electricity, 24 hours of affordable electricity, then that is when the discussion starts becoming more interesting. And that is what AskHOW is about. An organization that encourages and empowers everyone to ask the question, how? So one of the main activities of AskHOW is to empower citizens and journalists to ask the question, how? What do I mean by that? For most of the big challenges, experts in India know the solutions. But those solutions do not get discussed between the citizens and the politicians because most citizens do not get the experts speak, because sometimes it is too complex for them to understand. And that is the gap we are trying to bridge. We do it through info capsules and videos, which are expert content made very easy to understand. All of us are busy people, right? And we all feel that policies and politics are complex topics which we don't have the time for today. We will have time some other time, but not today. And we are trying to solve that problem. What we do is we take expert contents on topics of national interest, the big challenges, and then convert them into simple and easy to understand infographics that you can go to in between 3 and 5 minutes and understand the issue at a much higher level. Let's take another example. How can Parliament function better? All of us look at TV grabs of commotion happening in the Parliament, and we know that the Parliament should be functioning better, but we don't know how, and we think it's a topic that is beyond our understanding. So what we would do is take expert content and suggestions on how Parliament can be made better and communicate it to you in easy to understand infographics, and I promise that it will not take you more than 5 minutes. So who are the people behind AskHOW? Let me start with the core team. The core team is 8 people distributed all over India, 2 in Delhi, 4 in Mumbai, 1 in Chennai, and 2 in Pune now. And surprisingly enough, not everyone has met everyone. We collaborate through Google Hangout, we collaborate through email, through phones. But in addition to this core team of 8 people, there are so many more people who have got attached to the movement. People who have done videos for us. People who have made applications on the website for us. People who have just said, I like this idea, what do I do? And people who have just gone and asked political parties and politicians how. A lot of people who I haven't even met any time in my life. So the last few months have been a journey for all of us. From a state of blissful ignorance, we have moved to almost a state of despair at times, realizing how much needs to be done. You come to the conclusion that it is too much, and as a country we will never be able to change, we will never be able to tackle the challenges. As they say, kuch nahi ho sakta hai, system change nahi hoga. But then we realize that that's not true, and that's not the right way of thinking. If from what needs to be done, you move to how that can be done, as a country, if we understand that, we have moved one step closer. Sure, there are a lot of steps between knowing how it can be done to actually doing it. But if you know how it is to be done, you have moved forward, and you can put much better pressure on your political representatives to do the right thing. In any case, in a democracy, there isn't any other way, is there?